Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I want to share how I made this lovely puff puff with you. So first of all, I have to measure my warm water 1 cup. After I finish, I just measure my milk, half of the cup. Make sure you use warm water so that your dough will rise on time. That's why I use the warm water to mix it. So after everything, you have to stir it for a while before you add the other ingredients inside. If you want lovely puff puff, watch this one. It's so lovely. So after I finish, I just take my yeast and start dividing it. Because of the measurements, I have to measure it and cut it. So I will leave the measurements. So if you want to make some, all you have to do is to go through my page. You see all the measurements that I use, so that you use the same measurements if you are a new beginner, so that you not get it wrong. So after everything, I have to add my sugar, 100 grams. Yeah, the measurement is there, so if you check, you see everything by yourself. So after the sugar, I have to stir it for a while. So stir it for everything to mix very well. Yeah, when it comes to my puff puff, I don't want any mistakes, so I make sure everything is in order. So that is what I'm doing in the video. So if you want to make lovely puff puff, follow this procedure. It's very nice, so that you get everything correct as you see in the video. I love making puff puff because my family love it so much. This is the time that anytime I'm busy, I make the puff puff and leave it, because my children really love it, so I don't need to stress myself. If you are a mother, you have to learn this. Is very important. So next one is cinnamon. So I put my cinnamon. Cinnamon is a medicine, so anytime I'm baking for the children, I don't leave cinnamon inside. After I add my salt, after everything, I have to stir it again to mix it very well before I put any other thing inside. So after everything mixed, what I have to do is to add the other ingredient that I have to add it before I put my flour inside. So after this, what I do is to measure my nutmeg. That is the nutmeg, to just make it smells good. So that is my nutmeg I put inside. After my nutmeg, I stir it again, because if you put anything, you have to make sure you stir it so that everything will be in order. So after, I just put my flour. Make sure you not put the flour at once. You put the flour like the way I'm doing in the video, so that your puff puff will not be burst. You just add it small till you finished all your flour that you are using. Is very important. So as I'm doing in the video, just take your time, mix it very well. I don't normally use my hand to bake my puff puff, because after I finish, I have to wash it very well. So I always prefer to use something to mix my puff puffs. So as I'm saying, you have to keep on putting the flour small till you finish everything, because if you add everything at once, the puff puff will go wrong, and you don't want it that way. So if you want everything to be smooth, that is what you're supposed to do. You have to follow everything that you see here, so that you get the perfect puff puff that you are looking for. Is very important. So after I finish everything, adjust everything together. Yeah, you see how smooth it is. Yeah, so if you see that it's not that heavy, you can still add a little bit flour inside to make it more heavy. It shouldn't be too thick. Yeah, this is how puff puff supposed to be if you want inside to, like, after you finish everything, if you want it your puff puff to look good. Sometimes if the puff puff is not done, it can purge you. Yeah, if you have that sensitive stomach, it can purge you. So make sure you mix it very well so that you get the perfect puff puff that you are looking for. So after I finish everything, I have to check. Yeah, sometimes you use measurements, but after everything you have to at least check and see whether you are doing the right thing so that things will not go wrong. So after I finish doing that, I have to sell it for a while to mix it very well to see everything is okay. So that is what I'm doing in the video. I love baking because my children always like what I bake, so I really like baking. And the more you bake, the more you bake, the more you get used to baking. So I really love baking. So now I'm done here. So after I finish this, what I have to do, I make sure I finish everything. I clean all the flour, and after I use my foil to cover the dough. So now that I cover the dough, you have to leave it for 30 minutes. Yeah, you have to leave it for 30 minutes. So after I cover, then I use plates because I want the heat to go inside so that in 30 minutes time I can be able to start frying it. So that is the reason why after I use the foil, I still use the plate to cover it. So now it's ready to start. You see how it looks. This is how it's supposed to be. It's so lovely. I really love it. So I just use my hand to see how. I just use my hand to touch it and see if it is the way I want it. So that's why I use my hand to at least feel it. So after, you have to use your hand, dip your hand inside and mix it again. Yeah, because I think this is good to do it. Yeah, it's good to do it. I don't have any reason to do this, but I think it's good to do this. So after, I just put my pot on fire, pour my oil. After you pour your oil, leave the oil for like about 5 minutes. Let the oil be hot before you start putting the puff puff inside. Yeah, if not, the puff puff will soak the oil, which is very bad. After you finish your puff puff, it's supposed to be dry. Not that if you want to eat, you just see too much oil inside. Puff puff doesn't supposed to be like that. So after, as you can see in the video, I just start my puff puff. Oh my god, this is the part sometimes I'm always scared of, because if you don't take care, you made a mistake. So I always, whenever it gets to this point, I have to, all my mind have to be on what I'm doing. So here I was trying my best to put the puff puff inside the oil to get the right shape that I'm looking for, and believe me, it came out so lovely. I really love the puff puff I made today, and the taste is wow. How I wish you are here to taste it. You will really love it. I love the puff puff that I made today. I used to make puff puff, but this puff puff I made today was so lovely. I really love it, believe me. I really love it. How I wish if you make video, another person can taste what you made outside there. Yeah, you should have tasted it and see what I'm talking about. So after you see the look, it looks so wow. It looks so delicious. No one will tell you this puff puff just came out so perfect. This is what I am. This is what I was looking for. After I finish, oh my God, as a chef, I have to taste what I make. So this is the results of what I made. It's so lovely. Oh my God. See how fluffy it is. Yeah, so it tastes so lovely. You see inside that nothing goes wrong. Yeah, so please don't forget to follow